Hi, everyone. It's Wednesday, May 29th, 10 o'clock at night. Nitrous here. I barely made it. Made it just in time for my stream because I took a nap and I think I slept through all my alarms. And then it was 9 o'clock and I was like, oh shit, I still need a shower. So, hi Cole. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, it's Luna. Hi Luna, thank you for being here too. Yeah, it's been a day, and I just feel like not a lot happened, but the day just felt so short. Since it's the end of the school, everything's just going by. Everything's just a blur. At least prom clearance is over, so I'm focusing more on filing things instead of like dealing with students, which I prefer. But I'm still planning to quit my job. I'm not sure you guys were here for my rant on Monday, but I'm planning to like quit my office job and go for this printing job because the benefits all seem great. The only thing I'm hesitant about is lifting the 75 pounds thing. Like, is it required? It's like a question. Oh yeah, TwitchCon. Anthony is currently in Vegas, but he and I are definitely gonna talk about it when he gets back and when he's more available. But yeah, Anthony and I are planning to go to TwitchCon. I think it's from September 20th to 22nd, but I think we're only gonna go for Saturday, even though it's gonna be fucking crowded that day probably. But yeah, Anthony and I are gonna talk about that because especially since I'm not interested in the mazes at the Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights this year, I told Anthony that I'm willing to skip Horror Nights this year and probably do something else. We were planning to do Oogie Boogie Bash. But I think we're just gonna put that money towards TwitchCon too. Sure, it's like be able to lift that for short times. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna say yes because Rendon is a 90-pound boy. Rendon, my dog. Let me represent him on the chat. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I can't tell if it's easier to just access my chat through the computer or through here. But my boy, Rendon. He is a 90-pound boy. I can lift him for a short amount of times. Like, I can carry him from the couch to his bed next to my parents' bed. So basically to my parents' bedroom. So, but on an everyday basis, especially for 8 hours, I'm not sure. But I doubt, I'll be the only one needing to lift 75 pounds. I'm sure I can always ask someone for help. But yeah, I'm planning to go for it. It may not be an ideal. Actually, let me just get started on my game first, and then I'll rant about my life. So for tonight, I am continuing with my OP challenge, OOP. Only one perk. Oh no, it's a spoiler. I was setting it up earlier. Tonight's perk, according to Ada, my main, who I have like pretty much almost all the perks unlocked on, except for the newest characters because I'm waiting on like Steam sales to afford the new characters. But anyways, yes, and yeah, exactly. That's where I got it from. So tonight's perk is Mettle of Man, which is an Ash Williams perk. Ash Williams from Evil Dead franchise. I am not going to pretend that I know what that is. I only watched like the reboot one. The reboot movie that Anthony made me watch last summer. I don't know. It's gory, it's disturbing, but then there's like a level of like a hint of like dark humor in it. Anyways, I don't know. Mettle of Man. Evil has a way of always finding you. After you earn 3 protection hits scoring events, basically like a protection hit, like the killer hits you, but then you're like next to your teammate, like you took the hit for them, or your teammate is, being carried, and then on their way to the hook, the killer hits you, that counts as a protection hit. Mettle of Man activates. Once activated, the next occasion that would put you into the dying state from the injured state is ignored. The next time you heal back to full health, your aura will be revealed to the killer when you are further than 16 meters from the killer. Mettle of Man will deactivate the next time you're put into the dying state. Increases your chances to be the killer's obsession. The killer can only be obsessed with one survivor at a time. So pretty much, I take 3 protection hits. Like I'm being altruistic, right? And once I have those 3 hits, the perk activates. And so once the perk is activated, if the killer would hit me if I am injured, I basically get an extra life, if that makes sense. So like, say I'm injured, right? Then, typically if the killer hits me while I'm injured, I would go down. But Mettle of Man, if activated, so I took 3 protection hits, right? And I'm wounded. But the perk activated, if the killer hits me, while I'm injured, I basically get an extra life. If that makes sense. So, yeah, Mettle of Man, like, I guess if you're a really altruistic person, this is probably one of the ideal perks for you, because it allows you to just take hits, like taking hits to protect your teammate, your fellow survivor, helps, but they can't really, it's not guaranteed that they'll do the return favor. I think it's recommended, like, if you're playing with friends, it's like, I'll take the hit for you, bro. But yeah, like a true support. It's definitely paired up with other altruistic perks. But I am, at this point, unwilling to risk my life for a stranger compared to a friend. So I'm more likely to use it. Like, I remember when Anthony first got into Dead by Daylight. This was one of the perks. Oh my gosh, it's Leon. This is one of the perks I equipped because I paired it up with this other perk where I'm empathy, where I'm able to see anyone who's wounded on the map. I'm able to see where they are. And so when Anthony first got into Dead by Daylight, I know I would have empathy on, so in case Anthony got hurt, which he often did, I can immediately see where he is, and I could immediately make my way towards him. And I would also have Mettle of Man, so I can take the hit for Anthony many times. But then the Ada in me like went to self-preservation mode, so often I just left him. But yeah. Anyways, if y'all plan on going, looking at getting ahead of Christmas game, and down to pay for like 1 ticket so y'all can split the price of your second ticket. Oh, okay. That's very generous of you. Anthony and I will definitely talk about it. Anthony and I do have a future fund where we put money aside and try to save up for future stuff. But yeah, thank you, Luna. Well, Anthony and I will think about it, because Anthony's currently in Vegas. He's celebrating his best friend's birthday. So, as you can tell, he is not here tonight. My only chat mod is Cole. Cole, if you're there, say hi. Cole is my newest chat mod. He is the Robin to Anthony's Batman. There he is. He's representing Claire. He's our Claire boy. Our Claire representative. I represent Ada, and Anthony represents Jill. So I like how well-rounded my chat mods are. But yes, if we want to go into X-Men terms, Cole is like the Nightcrawler to me, and Anthony's Gambit Rope. But yeah. And Cole, if you pass out, it's completely fine. I'm only gonna be doing 5 games tonight, because that's the schedule I'm going on until I reach summer break, because work is just ugh. But in addition to work, I do have sword school. I didn't go today because I had a memorial service to attend. My mom's friend, co-worker friend, also my ex-co-worker friend's mother-in-law, if that makes any sense. So yeah, the mom passed a couple months back, and my co-worker friend, her husband is the son of the lady who just passed, and my coworker friend is due. She's pregnant, and she's due next month. And then I have another friend who's due in July, and then my cousin's baby is an August baby. So every year, June, July, and August is going to be very interesting for me when it comes to gifts and baby birthday parties. He's gonna come straight for me. Okay. I'll probably get a protection hit point for this. See, if you look in the bottom right, 1/3 of the perk is covered, or like uncovered by the red. because I took one protection hit when I unhooked my fellow survivor, but then the killer got me. At least I finished that gen. That was pretty quick. There's any more party favors, I'll be here. Okay, so you'll be lurking. But yeah, I'm not sure if I told you, but Anthony and I will not be able to make it. It just so happened that there is an Angels game, and for that particular game, they're giving away free slippers. So, yeah. I will try my best to get gifts for everyone. I know that's not a requirement, but gift giving is my love language. Money's just getting a little tight now because I'm paying $90 a month for my Sword School membership. And also rent is going up in this house, and so I am contributing now. Oh shit, he's there. Ghostface is there. I'm not gonna be there. I'm gonna be all the way over here. I'll be all the way over here. I'll be all the way over here. Music seems to be following me, so whoever's in that house is probably running this way. No, I'll get the one in the middle first. Oh shit! He's targeting me. Am I being chased? No, wait, that's me. Not me. Why did I think that was me? There's another Ash. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the left side of my screen and I see the red ring over in Ashley. I thought it was me. And no, someone else. I thought I was being chased. I thought I was targeted. Never mind. I was like giving gifts, but I don't like getting them. Oh, okay. It's okay. Well, I mean, like, I guess how you like your love language on how you show love and how you receive them can be different, and that's completely fine. But... oh shit! Leon, finish the gen! Leon, no! Leon! Oh, I thought I was being chased. Or, I thought the other guy was being chased. Leon, finish his gen. At least that guy in the house gets to finish his gen. I'm like, getting better. Yeah. Yeah, for me it's like, I don't know. It just depends, like, I appreciate anything he's given to me, like, you went out of your way to get me something, and I appreciate even that much effort. But I don't know, to each their own. Anthony got a lot better at... what are the 5 love languages? I know Anthony loves receiving gifts. Got better at physical touch, there we go. So he got better at that. Anthony has improved as a person, and I told him as long as he likes those improvements, I'm happy for him. For me, I think I have gotten worse. I just got too comfortable around Anthony that I yell more, but I try to calm down. Shit, 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 shit. I see him. 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 Okay, that's another Ash. Why get Ashley Graham when you have Ashley Williams? Ah, Leon's wonderful moaning sounds. Feel bad when people give me gifts because they use their hard-earned money on me. Well, cool, you could try to think of it this way. They, like, I don't know. You were kind enough to... that someone wanted to make you happy by giving you a gift. You know, like... I mean, like, if someone got you a gift and you rejected it, then that's wasting their hard-earned money because you wouldn't accept the gift, you know? Whereas accepting the gift and then you're happy about it, that's not a waste. Because if it makes the other person happy to get you something, then why ruin their happiness? If that line of thinking can help in any way. I changed my process so they spend money on me versus they thought I would do it. Yeah. Um. Yeah. For me, it's like it's weird in my case because when I accept gifts, like I remember talking about how Hunger Games has like influenced me as a very impressionable teen back in the day. Um. Like when people give me stuff, I'm grateful for it. Like no matter how small or how big, because I just keep thinking of when um that old lady in the beginning of the movie gave Katniss the Mockingjay pin for free, and Katniss says thank you. Like that always goes through my head. I don't know. I'm probably weird like that. But whenever someone gives me something unprompted, I'm just like, oh, thank you. You know, it's like thank you for thinking of me, or thank you for being generous. Um, I don't know how that relates to Katniss at all, but like, I don't know. It's just I'm I'm less likely to turn away something because like I may need it. You know, there's probably a reason why someone's giving it to me in my life, and so I'm like, why not take it? You know. I don't need all things I need. I remember I talked about love. Yeah, maybe words of encouragement for you, Cole, because you show how you care about others with, you know, kind words because you're one of my event buddies on my server, and you like helping people and you like giving people advice, which is very Nightcrawler of you. um, and yeah, if I finish this gen, Ghostface is most likely to camp. Oh shit. He's probably gonna camp. He's probably gonna go for me. The thing is, if I can take the hit for Mettle of Man, I don't know. Is he coming here? Is Ghostface coming this way? Cause okay, I see. I see him. Open the gate! They didn't open this gate? I thought she ran this way! I thought she ran this way to open the gate. And now I'm basically dead. Once I get downed. Oh, never mind. He's chasing someone else. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Open the gate. Please. Oh my gosh. Are you really going back for her? I guess so. If people are sad and stuff, I don't know. I know I guess yeah, I mean, like I said, people show affection different ways. I am opening this gate because I feel like Ghostface is after me. Never mind. Where is he? Should I go for it? I mean... Should I go? Should we go? He's probably camping. He's probably using her as bait. I don't know. I care about my challenge. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, he's picking her up. So he probably has Blood Warden. So if I can't leave, I'm gonna be so mad. Oh my gosh. That perk didn't help me at all. That was just skill. Anyways, okay, chat. Okay, I'll let you know. It's probably gonna be a Tuesday or Thursday. I don't have archery anymore. I mean, obviously, school's ending. I will be busy Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays now from 4 to 5:30 because of sword school. Tuesdays with D&D. Okay, so we're both up to nerdy shit on Tuesdays. Actually, no, wait, you don't have. So probably Thursday's the best day? Question mark. But then they have. No, wait, no. They keep saying Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. But then I look at their schedule, and on Thursdays, tomorrow, they have blacksmithing and woodworking. And then next Thursday, they have archery. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to be there. I'll find a June that isn't on Tuesday, and I'll let you know. But yeah, I don't know, Cole. You're young and you're nice. You're probably a lot nicer than me, and the world hasn't or scarred you as it did to me yet, and I hope that it stays that way. Because it was 2018 when all the shit happened to me. That was my character development year. 2018. I was 21, and surprisingly, I didn't do a lot of drinking as I should have. Honestly, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, but it got to the back then, before 2018. I was passive. I was people pleasing. I still have some of those traits now, but then I also have managed to build up boundaries. Those boundaries took a while for me to build. It's like brick by brick, and that's fine. But it has to get to a point where you have to accept when people show you kindness. You can't keep staying in this self-deprecating, oh, I don't deserve this, because when you need it, it may not be there. And so I don't know. For some reason, I feel like all this whole mindset just came from the Hunger Games, especially the first movie, because Katniss, while she's independent, appreciated any sort of kindness or generosity or help that was given to her or shown to her. And so I guess that helped me be more open to accepting, if people were to give me something, even as small as, sharing a cookie or something, whatever, I appreciate it. Or if they offer their help, yeah, I know I'm strong and independent, but the fact that you offer, that's more of a show of their character than mine, if that makes sense. And so you have to sort of give people credit where they do go out of their way, because generally people don't owe you anything. You don't really owe anyone anything, but it's because good people are considerate and kind. They do go out of their way to help you. Of course, you can always have the right to decline, to refuse, and be like, no, thank you, but no thank you, I'm good, But then to just reject all sorts of affection or generosity or kindness shown to you that's a pride thing, actually, where it's like, oh, I don't need anyone's help, where it's like, even though you do but you still refuse it anyway, that's actually pride. I remember hearing that somewhere, I don't know where, but you have humility is accepting that you do need help, or you do need a kindness, you do need some sort of generosity shown to you. So it's just a way of I know it's a self-deprecating thing, especially nowadays, where people expect you to solve your own problems, and maybe you are, set on solving your own problems, but shouldn't that make you appreciate when people do offer their help anyways? Does that make sense? So yeah, because if I give someone a gift, that's me setting money aside to give them something to show that I care about this person or I think about this person. And if they reject the gift, I'm like, okay, so I spent money on nothing. What am I gonna do with this? What if I can't return it? I feel like I saw killer hair. Oh no, it's the night. How fitting. It's like also in Dead by Daylight. Let's think of it in Dead by Daylight terms. Say I'm playing as Leon, and I decide to be altruistic, right? I decide to go out of my way to save my teammate, even though that might get me killed in the process. So I save my teammate, but then my teammate doesn't help me, or Where am I going with this? Lost my train of thought. Because I keep thinking to that previous game where that one girl was down. Remember, I was at the gate and I was like, should I go for her or no? Because the killer's going to, you know, like probably camp her. I think it's like a situation where I go back for a person, I go back to save them, but then they couldn't do the same thing for me. I don't. Yeah, that's probably not the point I was trying to make. I guess what like in general, what? Long story short, TLDR. The point is, if you were to get anything from what I'm rambling about, just accept, like, any kindness that's shown to you because it is so rare in the world that when people do decide to be kind, I think you should, and you know, like genuine kindness, you know, like people, oh my gosh, this doesn't count as a match, I don't think. I'll put the win in parentheses, but that was a very short match. Whoops. Killer quit, yeah. But yeah. Like, yeah, this mindset just came from the Hunger Games when I was a teen and I like memorized that whole movie and recited all the movie and I like picked up on Katniss's like Katniss's behavior and stuff. I don't know. So it's like when people show me any type of genuine kindness, like, oh, do you need help? Or, oh, can I get you something? Or, oh, here. You know, it's like, oh, thank you. You know, why turn it away? You know? Because I don't expect it. You know, it's like, it's just that whole independent way of thinking. Like, yeah, I'm strong, independent, I could do things by myself. But when people go out their way to help me out, it's like, oh, thank you. You know? It's like when Anthony, you know, offers to help me out and stuff, even though he knows I'm capable of doing things on my own. I feel like for me, I like it better when people offer instead of me having to ask. Because like if they see that I'm struggling, and that's when I realize, oh, I probably couldn't do this on my own. That makes sense. Or it's like, yeah, sure, I could use the extra hand. That could save me some time or save me some type of struggle. Because, like, if we're already struggling so much, you know, like, why not accept a little bit of help? Yeah. And yeah, like, and when people offer, you don't have to accept offers. That's the point of an offer, you know? So, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's Ada. I don't know if that previous game where the killer quit counts as a win. I'll look at the time and I'll decide that. Oh, yeah, that's the point. Nowadays, you don't really have community anymore. Yeah, that makes sense. Because back then, you know, like, neighbors actually, like, visited each other and helped each other out. Block parties were a thing. I remember that when I was a kid. And nowadays, people, like, just keep to themselves now, because it's like, we're all struggling in our own way. Like, if we were to use that energy, let's just use it to keep ourselves alive. I think that's the sort of mindset we're heading towards. Oh wait, Hatch is in the main building. Killer put that there. People think it's selfish to ask for favors, nor do people offer to help. Yeah, yeah. It's like this, like, it's a fine line between like entitlement and asking for help. You know, it's like you aren't obligated to, you don't owe anyone anything, and you aren't obligated to do anything for other people. But to be a decent human being, you have to have some type of consideration for others. Death Slinger. I'm not here. I'm not here. he went that way, so I guess I'll stay here. Like, can you please drop me off at the airport versus I need you to drop me off at the airport? Yeah. I remember that phrase sounds familiar. I'm trying to figure out like where I heard that because that phrase was used in like an example I saw. But yeah, I guess like one is more like a casual like, can you help me out, versus like a very urgent demand, I guess. Yeah, it's probably Instagram or TikTok, but it's like, it was in terms of friends, how like not everyone is capable of taking you to the airport. Like some friends just don't have that type of resource or just that type of energy, and just because they're incapable of doing that doesn't mean they're a bad friend. I think that's how the reel went. Something like, it's just a fine line because I see both sides on like Instagram or TikTok where like some people are like, you don't owe anyone anything, but then other people are like, you know, focus on you. And then there's just this whole movement of focusing on yourself that it's getting to the extreme of don't help other people when that's not the case at all. It's like, help people when you can, but you can't help people if you yourself are at like 1%, right? Like, think of yourself as a phone, right? You want to help people, you know, phones are helpful, right? Phones are used like call others, but you're not useful if you're at like 1% battery. You know, like you need to charge up. Where is he? Oh my gosh, he didn't see me. So like, think of yourself, I think that's the best way to think about it. Like, if you can spare some battery percentage on a person, then by all means, that's up to you what you want to spend your battery on. Oh shit, I'm not here. Shit. There were so many people around this area, why am I the one being chased? Here, come towards the finished gen. You're not gonna follow me. Shit. Okay, whatever. Yeah, but Cole, you have to realize that a dead phone is useless to a person. You know, like, you have to take care of yourself before you take care of others. That's how the system in airplanes work, where it's like, if you're in an emergency, you know, you have to help yourself before you can help another person. It's like, so Anthony recently got into Divergent. He's entering his Divergent phase. And while I am low-key triggered because Divergent was my thing like literally 10 years ago, you know, 2014 when the movie came out, and Divergent just holds a bunch of weird memories. I do remember that Divergent has also had an impact on me, same thing as Hunger Games. And one of my favorite quotes is, there's a fine line between bravery and idiocy. So like, you know, in the world of Divergent, people are split into 5 factions depending on the value that's most important to them. You know, if you value bravery or selflessness or kindness or intelligence or honesty, you know, that depends. Whatever you value determines what faction you want to be in. And I think like one of the flaws of that system is people just taking it too extreme. You know, like the abnegation or selfless to the point where they're self-deprecating. And it's like, what use are you if you don't take care of yourself? You know, back to one of my favorite quotes, there's a fine line between bravery and idiocy. It's like, there's a difference between being brave and just being stupid and reckless, you know. I'll work on this gen. And then for honesty, there's a difference between being honest and speaking your mind and being rude, you know. with intelligence. There's a difference between actually being smart and having critical thinking, and being stuck up and snobbish, and being an annoying know-it-all. In Amity, there's a difference between being kind and being passive. And for self and abnegation, there's a difference between being selfless and just being like, not really self-deprecating, but like self-neglecting. You know, so like there has to be a balance, and that was the flaw of the faction system, where people would have these values, but they took it to extreme. Oh my gosh. Devour Hope on this killer's crazy. For those who don't know, Devour Hope is a hex perk for the killer, where if they hook you and then they're like, and they're a far distance away from you, and someone unhooks you, they start getting these tokens, and if they earn enough tokens, everyone starts becoming a one-hit kill, and eventually they can just be worried on the spot regardless of what hook status you're on. So we need to find that perk, or that totem. Ada, please help me. Ada, please help me. He's coming back here, is he? I need to find that totem. But yeah, Divergent was 10 years ago. All of that was, junior year, 10 years ago. Just a little off topic. That's a funny thing about me working at the high school. I started working in 2021, which was 10 years since I started my freshman year at the high school. So this whole thing, working at the high school office, has been a weird sense of deja vu, where I'm pretty much reliving my high school days. And so my original plan was to stay until my 4th year, you know, do my senior year and then graduate with everyone else. But that's just becoming undoable. Shit! I'm dead. I'm dead. He's gonna moor me. He's gonna moor me. I'm gonna crawl into this bush. I mean, I can't call him a cheap killer. No one's getting that hex totem, so. But yeah, I mean, like, isn't that the point of pretty much all these great stories? You know, it's like, it's about balance. That you can't just focus on one extreme and neglect the other extreme. You know, like the sequel trilogy, or something that Star Wars fails to convey, or something that the fans fail to grasp, is that the absence of darkness does not mean balance. You know, you like light and darkness coexisting is balance. But just completely getting rid of the dark side and the light side stance, that's not balance. That's an unbalanced scale, you know. That's one of my critiques about Star Wars, especially the sequel trilogy, because I thought that, because there was lightness, there was light in Ben Solo or Kylo Ren, and then there's darkness in Rey, and I just thought it would reach a point where those two can coexist or like be together and just represents like actual balance in the Force. Because when Luke destroyed the dark side, that's just this, you know. So, yeah. And I feel like I'm just getting into X-Men. You know, I got into 97 because of Anthony. But I feel like the gist of it, the whole Charles versus Magneto, like based on all the video essays I've watched and comments I've read, and like just my very basic knowledge of X-Men, like kindergarten level of X-Men knowledge, is that Charles Xavier is very optimistic about this future of mutant human coexistence, right? But then he's like not really taking seriously the effect that some people are against mutants, because the mutants are like a metaphor for minority groups, right? And then you have Magneto, you know, a Holocaust survivor, with this this anger, which he's completely valid for. You know, he saw his people die, you know, just for being them. And he wants to prevent the same thing for mutant kind. And so Magneto sees the worst in humanity and would go to extreme lengths to protect his own people, even if it means killing the other side. And then you have Charles Xavier, who is optimistic and sees the best in people, but doesn't really take into account they're the worst of them. That makes sense. I feel like that's the whole conflict between those two. And I guess if they could just work together side by side, that is balance. You know, you have someone seeing the worst, someone seeing the best, but then they're best friends. I don't know. I feel like it's more complicated than that. But I'm just seeing like from the X-Men 97 level, where it's like there has to be some balance. Like some humans, you know, some people are capable of extreme hate, and it's really sad. But then there are good people in the world that you can't just write off, you know. So it's just, I don't know why we're on this topic. What game am I on? This is my third game technically. Fuck. Third game, and it's 10:41. I mean, technically it's my fourth, but that game where the killer quit didn't really count. But yeah, okay. Well, thanks for stopping by, Luna, hearing me ramble. Thank you. You have a good rest of your night. But yeah, Cole, like, imagine if Claire died. You know, she can't save Sherry, right? Like, what use? Hi, Cole. Yeah, it's probably just you now. Like, what use is Claire to Sherry if Claire is dead? You know, what use is Leon to Ada if Leon's dead? You know, like, before Leon can save Ada, he has to find himself some weed or like a spray, a health spray, right? So it's like me in Dead by Daylight. Like, the concept is even in video games, you know, like before you can rescue someone, you have to be at full health if you want to like win the game. You know, like it could be for a story-based game. You know, like just think of it story-based. You know, not like Dead by Daylight, but something like Resident Evil. You have to be at full health if you want any chance of completing the game, right? Like, unless you're fine with never completing it, but then what's the point of playing the video game in the first place, you know? For Dead by Daylight, before I go in for the save, I want to be at full health. That's the ideal. Because if I am wounded and I rush in to save my hooked teammate, but I'm wounded and the killer's after me, I'm actually no help to my teammate or the rest of my team. Because now, instead of just having to save one person, since I got downed, they have to save two people. And that hinders the whole game, you know? And you're actually doing your team a huge disservice by doing that. So, in Dead by Daylight, like, the ideal is either have someone healthy go for the save, or have someone heal you up first, or heal yourself up first before you go for the save. Does that make sense? Like, see, if I go now, you know, I'm at full health. I'm at full health right now, and I have to be careful. You know, I can't just rush in, because if I rush in, I'm probably gonna get hit, and then my team cannot recover, because you need a full team, ideally, to repair all 5 gens and escape, right? That's the point of Dead by Daylight, like, you need your teammates. See? You have to be careful. Because if I get hurt... Oh my gosh. See, now there's 2 downed people. Like, just look at them. Not even me. Just look at these 2. They're down. And now no one is working on a gem. Because everyone is down. Sometimes, like, sometimes in Dead by Daylight, even though altruism is rewarded, it's just... Sometimes people get too carried away. So see, there's 2 people down. No one's working on a gen. There's 3 gens left, right? So we're not really going to be making it out of this. Because I'm healthy, I'm able to go for this person. But I can't just rush in to save that person because the killer is right there. So video games like shows you that you have to be careful. You can't just barge in. You know, some video games do offer you that level of health or armor or whatever. But at the end of the day, you have to be careful and you do have to look out for yourself. And see, everyone's healing over there. So this is... my whole team is gonna go down. And you know why? Because they're too altruistic. She is trying to save me. She went for me. But then the killer is taking advantage of that. He's trying to slug everyone so that no one can save anyone and no one can heal anyone. Oh my gosh. Okay. She just sabotaged that hook. So if I can crawl away and he picks me up again. Okay. She's gonna go for the person on the ground. Or maybe he's gonna start throwing knives at them. He's trying to down us all. See, like, we're so close to each other because we're trying to save each other. No one's getting anything done. Because one of them's he's chasing one person. She's down now. And then that leaves me. I mean, one teammate's working on a gen, but there's still two teammates down. And he's probably chasing that other person too. He's trying to slug everyone. That's his strategy here. So I need to space it out because if we're all too close together, he's just gonna take us out very quickly. He's chasing that guy. I feel like two people. See, those two are healing up instead of saving me because the killer is all the way over there. And so if they continue to be like wounded in the wounded state, and we're just gonna take turns going down, we're gonna hinder the team, and this game's just gonna take forever. So it's best that they're healing up first, so then they can help me, and then I can run away and have my own medkit. I'm just gonna get to them as close as possible, close the distance. We have the opportunity to heal, unless he makes his way back here. But yeah, like, video games tell you that you have to take care of yourself first. Especially in a team-based game. Like in Overwatch. I remember I played Overwatch in the day. And, like, it's very integral. You have, I think it's like 5, 6 players on a team. Because if you keep running in to sacrifice yourself, and you keep, you know, dying, you're actually doing your team more harm than good. Like, you may think to yourself, oh, I'm being the martyr. You know, I'm gonna rush in, save the day, I'll take the hit, I'll die for everyone. But then, you know, your team needs you there. You know? 5? They probably updated for Overwatch 2. I remember it being 6. Five. That sounds so small. But yeah, it's like same concept goes. Like, I remember back then when I played Overwatch, sometimes my team members, they would like, especially when capturing the point, like, we would just trickle in, and when we trickle in, it's so easy for the enemy team to just like take us out, right? Where's that bastard? Because I remember, like, especially when we're on overtime and people are just one at a time trickling in, trying to hold the point on their own, but then the entire enemy team is there, you're gonna be taken out very quickly, and it's just not helping the team at all when people just jump in one at a time, because it's a lot stronger when teams actually team up and charge in at the same time. You have a much better chance that way, you know. So it's like, yeah, you really have to put yourself first. Make sure that you're in great condition and don't handle more than what you can chew. If that makes sense. So for me, it's like, it got to the point where I did want to help people. I did want to be nice to everyone. I did want to give up my own, oh shit, to give up like my own likes and interests. But then, and then like not wanting anything in return, I'll be like, oh, I'll give up my stuff so everyone else can have fun. It gets tiring. It's very unrewarding, and the more you're gonna hate life, and the more you're gonna resent people. Because it'll get to a point where you have to understand not everyone will reciprocate that sentiment. I'm just speaking from experience, where I stopped doing everything for everyone. Well, in terms of friends and family, like, I've drawn boundaries there, but one boundary I have to work on is the workplace. I think that's one of the reasons why I want to quit my job, so I can start fresh somewhere else. Because back when I first started working there, I wanted to be well liked. And since I got my work done quickly and everything, I'm like, hey, do you need help? I can help you. Like, I can help with your stuff, you know? And then I helped them so much it became an expectation that I can't really break out of, you know? Where I'm expected to do this extra work for my coworker. And like, they rely on me so much that sometimes I wonder, like, what will happen to you guys if I'm not here, you know? Like, why are you relying on me so much to do your work that you should be doing? I feel like he's nearby. And so that's why I want to quit my job and start fresh somewhere else, where I don't help other people with their work, where I just focus on myself. Please don't die. Got to him just in time. Where I just focus on my own tasks, and then on top of that, just do the bare minimum. Because doing the extra work didn't give me extra pay, you know? And that's one of the things I want to break out of with my old job. And I feel like even though I tell my supervisor and they can write all the list of all our responsibilities, I'm still going to be the only person. I'm still going to be the only person who finishes work first, and people are going to expect me to help them. Nice throwing knives there. What? Oh, he has Iron Maiden. This is our last gen. He even has Iron Maiden, so I can't hide in the locker. This is only my third game. Oh my gosh. This is my first hook, so he can't more. These dives are annoying. Trickster is one of the most annoying killers. Oh. He's probably gonna let the other girl live. Probably. Never mind, she died. He didn't worry me. So much for Mettle of Man. I'm not being very altruistic. I'll give Mettle of Man just a 5 out of 10. Just because I know its value. Mettle of Man is good for if you're playing if you have an altruistic playstyle. It's recommended more with teammates, especially for your friends who are just starting out with the game. But in solo queue, it's sort of hard to give your life for someone else, especially if your fellow teammate is not being the brightest. This is my 4th game. This is supposed to be my 5th, but who knows. How many more times I have to play this guy? Flip-flop, buckle up. This is the last time I get to play him, and I'm done with all his perks? Cool. I don't even remember the streams for these perks. Buckle up and flip-flop. Mettle of Man, that's my... So, I pretty much get to play 2 more games with Ash, and I never have to touch him again. But yeah, I'll just give the perk a 5 out of 10. Because it is beneficial for an altruistic play if you really want to look out for your team. You know, and take the hit for them. Like, if you're the type of person to just, like, try to run in and help them. I feel like there's a certain build I want to try. So I may go for, like, another game after my 5 matches. Because, Mettle of Man fits well with another Yui perk. Yeah, Breakout. Where if you're close to your teammate that's being carried, you know, if you're close to a carry survivor, you gain the haste status effect, so you get a little speed boost. 7% increased speed. And your teammate's wiggle progress increases by 25%. So, Mettle of Man, and Breakout, is that what it's called? Yeah, that's a good combination because that's the like one of the ultimate altruistic builds you can have. Because if your teammate is being carried, Breakout will help them wiggle out faster. And with Mettle of Man, if the killer hits you, that's more time on your teammate's side to wiggle out. And that makes sense. I do want to try it out. I mean, technically, since I had that one game where the killer DC'd, this is my 4th game. I think for my 5th game, I'm gonna end it on RPD, and I'm gonna quit both Mettle of Man and Breakout and just see how that goes. Not that I don't mind you here, Cole, but I sort of miss Anthony. Especially because he's just been here for for pretty much all the streams I've had, even when he and I were on iffy terms, and we're sort of mad at each other. He was still there, you know. Or maybe there was one time when he wasn't there, but it was very rare to remember when. Is that a Billy? He is very fun to talk to. I think that's why he and I like made it out of the Tinder chat phase. He really knew how to keep a conversation going. Yeah, I know he'll be back. You know, tomorrow's his last day in Vegas, but still. And I told him that, you know, there's no pressure for him to watch tonight because I know he's gonna be out and about or drinking or something. So. And like that's why he was my chat mod, because I have social anxiety, so I'm not really good at keeping conversation the way he does. Shit. Why me? First of all, why me? Yeah, go that way. Jeez, I saw that zoom and I did not like that. The fuck? Wait. I know they buffed Billy, but maybe there's just too many damn killers that I don't recall when was the last time I faced Billy. There's like these false openings in the map too. So no, it's about conversations. Yeah. Sometimes I just vibe. Oh my gosh! How did he know I was there? Why is he moving? This guy's moving too fast. I don't like it. Why does he look like a goblin? Excuse me. He's moving too fast. He's moving too fast for my liking. What the fuck? We can't even get a gen done. Someone's in the basement! I'm running this way. Miss Ma'am, you were in the basement instead of doing gens. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Anthony is like, cause I'm gonna be focused on gaming, you know, and when I started out streaming, I wasn't used to, you know, talking while playing games at the same time. But that was something I wanted to do for my stream. So Anthony was my chat mod. I told him that he can keep the chat active and he could be the one interacting with everyone while I was playing. So yeah, and it worked really well. Like that's why during those times when he's the one playing and I'm the one talking, like it's quiet, because I'm not really sure how to keep the conversation going. Oh shit. Bitch! Why me? Why not her? Why not Mia, who was doing nothing in the basement? Like, why not hook her first? At least we got one gen done, but that's not enough. Why aren't you picking her up? Kill her! Oh my gosh. This is unbelievable. Where is my other teammate? Is she hiding? Oh, okay, yeah, that's 3 teammates down. Why are we not hooking the Nia, Mr. Killer? It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like he's down that Nia so many times and he hasn't hooked her yet. I need X-Men 97 too. Okay. It's fine. But yeah, I need more 97 content. I'm just rewatching episodes. What the fuck kind of bullshit was that? Why am I dead? Okay, whatever. I blame that Nia. I blame that Nia, that anonymous Nia. He downed her many times and then picked her up, and for some reason I'm the one being tunneled. I literally have one perk, man. How am I a threat to you? More Phoenix. I feel like that's just a cop-out. I feel like it was cool to see it. I think it's because it got to the point where we forgot that was a thing. In episode 10. But I feel like they just can't keep doing that. Because now we're expecting it. I need Gambit back. I've watched YouTube videos from people who have read the comics, and they're like, yeah, Gambit's coming back as Death. And I'm like, oh, that's fun. That's fun. Just so I can be a little more useful, I'm gonna break my own rule. Mainly because I feel like if a killer DCs on a game and I win, I get to add like one more perk. So let's see how this works for me. So much happens with the Phoenix in the comics. I can imagine so. I feel like a lot of stuff can happen in the comics. It's like, oh, it's got a Phoenix Force once. Wow. That sounds believable. I mean, I feel like in the comics anything happens. Anything and everything happens. I mean, Gambit and Rogue got married. Had a honeymoon. I just want Gambit back. I'm really interested to see Rogue and Gambit's dynamic. For some reason, I feel like they're not gonna introduce Gambit until the finale of season 2. They're just gonna tease it out. But then again, in season 1, so much has happened. Like, each episode, there's just like so much happens in one episode. And in season 1, we just covered a lot of ground. So I feel like Gambit will be introduced halfway through the season, if not later. I just hope Gambit or Gambit as Death is not a finale thing. I mean, with how much ground was covered in season 1, I'm sure they'll... I mean, they killed him off in episode 5 already. So, why not bring him back in season 2, episode 5, you know? Oh, perfect. Someone put in that branch offering at the end. What that branch does is it increases the distance between hooks on the map, which could benefit me. So this is my 5th and final game as Ash. Then I'm going to call it a night. I have Mettle of Man, where I get points. I get like up to 3 points for taking a protection hit. And I have Breakout. So when I'm going to keep a close eye on my teammates, and whoever is downed, I will rush to their aid, get hit, and then Breakout should help them out. Along with that branch offering. I think it's called a Petrified Oak. That increases the distance between hooks. Don't worry, Cole. This is the last game of the night. They might show the Phoenix 5 in season 2. I don't doubt it. That's probably gonna happen. Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds like that could happen. This bitch. Skull Merchant. She has a very distinct chase music. Oh, gang's all here. Beings Force split its powers between 5 X-Men. Cyclops, Colossus, Magic, and across to make the Paradise. Yeah, with the board of like missing mutants and stuff, I'm pretty sure they're going to introduce like new characters. Oh my gosh, why? I'm not here. Oh my gosh. I'm not here. She's keeping an eye on her totem. Oh, that's probably the other person's, the hook person's totem. Probably has that pinhead perk. So I'll come back for it. I hope someone's going for the save. No one was going for the save this entire time. How sad. ZT's apocalypse. Yeah, I can't imagine it's gonna get chaotic, especially when they bring Gambit back. Which I'm sure they will. I'm gonna go totem hunting. Where are those totems? Might as well work on it, Jen. Okay, that's one totem down there. So the other one should be around this location. So Cole, what are you most looking forward to? X-Men 97. Yeah, it's a horseman, that means there's still 3 more. People are speculating it's gonna be Wolverine, Morph, and Storm, since we didn't see their whereabouts. Because we know where Rogue, Magneto, Charles, Beast, Nightcrawler are. They're in the past. And then Cyclops and Jean are in the future. No one knows where Wolverine, Storm, and Morph are. So that's probably the other 3 horsemen. This killer seems to have a very dirty build, and I don't think I'm going to be making it out of this game alive. 4 gens left and 1 survivor down. That's not great. Shit. Bitch, please! Oh, she was in my way. Yeah, of course it's Hex Plaything. I knew it. This would be a first for more Evil Horsemen. Oh. But what I'm looking forward to is introducing more of the X-Men. They're most likely gonna introduce Kitty. Especially in Evolution, she was like one of the main characters, right? I need to finish Evolution. tough killer, and I think I doomed us all by putting us in this map. Okay, time to go totem hunting.
Hey.
I just don't want to see Gambit back. Like, I wasn't even a hardcore X-Men 90s. I wasn't even a hardcore X-Men fan. And Anthony got me obsessed with Gambit and Rogue, and I'm like, oh shit, Anthony. Did she give up? Oh shit. Well. Well, definitely not making it out of this game alone. I should just go around, cleansing totems. Shit. Oh my gosh, that was scary. I thought it was one of my teammates. I didn't even hear her terror radius. Oh, my syringe is almost in effect, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. Okay. I think it made just in time. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I just got really into this. I know she's still following me. Oh shit. I literally just jumped into that one. I mean, at this point I would give up, but then something I told myself when Dead by Daylight is it's not over till it's over. It's not over till it's over. There might be hope for me, and I will not know if I give up now. She's healing herself first before going for the save, which is actually smart. Oh, man. She was so close to unhooking me too. Looks like we're both dead. She did try though. She did try. I'm not altruistic enough for this perk. 11:20, not bad. I don't know why, but that extra 30 minutes between 11:30 and midnight just seems to be a lot for me, and it's helpful. That wasn't even a GG's, that was just like torture fest. Embarrassing. Well, Mettle of Man, 5 out of 10 perk, 10 perks. 5 out of 10. It's a 5 out of 10 perk. Because if you are altruistic and that's your playstyle, it can really help you out. But getting hit 3 times is a lot to ask for. Especially for just one protection hit. Because, let's go back to Ada for a bit. We're done with you, Ash. Because if you go here, like, equip any medkit, this diptych agent, that already gives you endurance, you know. And you doubt, like, it's doubtful that you're gonna use Mettle of Man more than once in a game, in a match anyways. So if you stockpile on these, it's the same effect as Mettle of Man. The whole purpose of my OPE challenge is to just isolate each perk and really see how useful are they in benefiting you. But then again, at the end of the day, perks are meant to suit your playstyle, and you should use the perks that would make you feel the least frustrated with your gameplay experience. And for Mettle of Man, while it is helpful, like taking hits for others, like I used it a lot when Anthony was first starting out in Dead by Daylight, and it did help. It was useful. It doesn't suit my general playstyle. It can suit others, but getting hit 3 protection hits is a lot to ask for, and you may not accomplish it every game. You're better off just equipping this in your med kit, and you get the same effect, but for less work. If that makes sense. So yeah, those are my 5 matches. I'm gonna be calling it a night. I'll see you all on next Monday, June 3rd. So June is gonna be a weird month for me because my brother's in the army and he's deploying in a couple weeks. So I'm not sure. I honestly don't know what kind of headspace I'll be in. But if I do end up canceling some streams, I just hope y'all understand. But yeah, I'll see y'all on Monday for our next perk, No Mither. Cole, thank you so much for being here. And for anyone else lurking or anyone else, have a good night. Have a good weekend. Yeah, take care. Sweet dreams.